Welcome back, big sports fans. Well, after only winning 1 of 4 against the Boston Red Sox, our Jays now get a break as we head into the All-Star game. As you can see, we only have one player voted in. It's Bryce Harper at first. Maybe some others, but for now, let's have a look at the lineups and then get into the game. And as always, we'll play with quick counts on for a fast-paced game. Oh, no lineups today.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show brings you the MLB All-Star Game. It's the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars. Gotta love the All-Star festivities. Always a great show. We'll be back to get this thing started after this. About to get started here, and towing the slab in this one, Garrett Crochet.
Well, you're going to see good velocity between the four-seam fastball and the cutter. Better be ready to hit. It's going to be fairly straight, but just because it's straight doesn't mean it's easy to get the barrel on it.
Okay, all set to go.
Leading up
Here's
for
Kyle
the
Tucker.
American League, the right fielder, Kyle
Tucker launched a homer in his most recent game. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1. Just missed. Crochet was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. Slides for the stop. Throw to first. And very nicely done for the out. Here's Riley Green.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Green.
And now 2-2.
No question that he earned that Pitcher of the Month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the man.
Right through there, got him. Out, number 2.
First baseman.
2 down, base is empty, so Harper stands in. That one outside, and it's 2-1. There's a strike. And they'll do it again. That one is hammered right field. Going back on this one. Pulls it in on the warning track. Back at Truist Park. And now here's the starter for the American League, Tarik Skubal. What do we need to know here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
This is Bryce Turang. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him swinging.
Batting second.
James Wood digs in now. One down, base is empty. Popped up. Henderson on his way over. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. And now it's William Contreras. And this is a guy that doesn't just impact the game defensively. They count on him to deliver offense.
He's the first guy at the ballpark. He's got to study opposing hitters. He's got to get familiar with his start.
And there's the 3rd out. That'll do it for the inning. Back here in Atlanta, now here is Brent Rooker. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging, too. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and they jump out front. It's 1-0. Here's Adley Rutschman. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Nimmo has it sized up. And out number 1 on the grab. Now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
That one missed. Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. Two one now. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. The throw to third. In there safely.
Pitch was on the outside. Didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Strike 2. And misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Alex Bregman. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
2 strikes.
And there's a ball. Two on, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Bottom of the inning.
Leading up
and
for the
now
National
here
League,
is
the
Pete
first
Alonso.
baseman, Pete Alonso.
And that is downstairs. 2-1. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting fifth.
Here's Trey
From the
Turner.
Philadelphia Phillies, the shortstop, Trey
Out
Turner.
to short. And save. He busted it down the line for that infield single.
Well, just put it in play, right? With his speed, that's a hit every time. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Late that time, and it's strike 2. Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. In the dirt. Not in time. He's safe. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Move to second, and Turner's back in. Line drive, caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Whoa.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back to
National
start the
League,
3rd, and there's a new arm on the mound.
Number
Shohei
17.
Ohtani.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Back to the top of the lineup.
For the
So here's
American
Kyle
League,
Tucker
the
now.
right fielder, Kyle
Tucker, former 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft by the Astros. This guy's turned into a whale of a player. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. And they tack on to their lead. It's 2-0. Now the number 2 hitter, Riley Green. Right-hander kicks, deals. Ripped to third and caught. So here is Bryce Harper.
Now batting.
That swing right there tells me he's seen the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Breaks his bat and pops it up. Ohtani pulls that one down, and there's 2 away.
Now
next to hit,
the
Brent
designated
Rooker.
hitter, Brent Rooker.
And it's strike 2.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That was the sweeper, but it missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next offering way off the plate. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. Another homer, his 2nd home run of the game, and they add on. It's 3-0. So 2 away with nobody on. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Adley Rutschman. Foul ball there. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Rips one to left. That's a base hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one.
Batter,
Against good
2.
pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch.
At the plate, Gunnar Henderson. Inside, and the count's even at 2. They get the force, and that'll do it.
Now pitching for
Bottom
the
half of the
American
3rd, and they bring in a new pitcher,
Number
Shane
18.
McClanahan.
League, Shane McClanahan.
Here's Brandon
Leading
Nimmo.
up for the National League, the left
Nimmo
fielder,
matched a
Brandon
homer in his last game.
Nimmo.
Inside corner for a strike, and the count 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And down on strikes he goes, and 1 gone.
Batting none.
Jackson Merrill will hit next.
The center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
That one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Around second now as they still don't have it. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Bryce.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Terang. Merrill stands at third with one gone in the inning. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now batting, the
James
designated
Wood
hitter.
now at the plate.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike two.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Lifted in the air down the left side. Base hit and a run in to score.
Comes through with the RBI. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
One run across in the frame so far here in the last half of the third. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
That one ripped. And it's off the wall. Here comes Wood around third. He'll score.
Back-to-back base hits. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
That clips a corner.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the
foul tip, strike three.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
National
back,
League.
and now on the mound to start the
Number
fourth,
59.
Framber Valdez.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Rafael Devers up
Leading
to
up
hit.
for the American League, the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
On the ground. Boom. Sends it across to first, and Devers is set down. And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
Julio Rodriguez.
And that misses. And a count 2-1.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one missing low. Right side, Terang. Tosses to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the
The
fourth.
batter, number 2.
2 outs,
second
base is
baseman,
empty.
Alex
Here's the second baseman, Alex Bregman. Not
Two
close
balls,
with that
1 strike.
one. 2-1. And a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Hard hit left side. Turner with the throw to first. And they get Bregman for the out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back,
American League.
and they turn to a new arm as we
Number
kick off the
36.
bottom of the fourth. Clark Schmidt.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Trey Turner
Leading
at
up
the
for
plate.
the National League,
This is a batter
the
right here
shortstop,
who really produces in these night games. And we saw the latest example of it in his first AB.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
The
And
right
here
fielder,
is
number
Ronald
13,
Acuna Jr.
Ronald
Just not a good
Acuna
pitch to swing at. One
Jr.
reason he's an everyday player is he usually lays off of that junk.
On the ground, right side. And it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And here comes Alec Bohm. Headed down the line. Green on the run. Makes the grab after a long run. And there's 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Just missing there. The count now 2-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a miss struck him out. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Aaron Nola.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Nola.
Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
American League.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
The left fielder, number 31.
So up next, Riley Green. 1 out, base is empty. Next pitch is outside. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Late with the swing there.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Next is the designated hitter, Brent Rooker.
The designated hitter.
Green off of first with 2 away.
Rooker.
Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Jose Barrios.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Jackson Merrill getting ready to hit. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
That's the 3rd. Zips it across, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Now batting, second baseman.
Stepping in is the speedy Bryce Terang. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I got 3 and 2.
9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Now, James
batting, the designated hitter, James Wood.
Check swing, went around. That is strike
1
two.
ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, left field, down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Popped up. Henderson on the move. And that is that.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
National
and
League.
they make a change to start the
Number
sixth.
60.
The new pitcher, Sean Manaea.
Manaea.
Well,
Leading
one-run
up
game,
for the
and
American
now
League,
Adley
the catcher,
Rutschman.
Adley Rutschman.
And that one fouled off. Ripped on a line. Nimmo makes the grab, one away. So digging in,
The
Gunnar
batter,
Henderson.
number 2.
This is a true five-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Base knock center field. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
Everything came together for him. It sounded different than most hits coming off the bat. You don't need numbers to tell you the ball was hit extremely hard, but at 115 miles per hour.
Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw to second. Out. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And that's down and away. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. And Devers hits that one and makes the grab. And that is that. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Tanner
Now
Houck.
pitching for the American League, number 89, Tanner Houck.
And now
Leading up
William
for the
Contreras.
National League, the catcher, William Contreras.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No, he held up. Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting.
Here's Pete
first
Alonso.
baseman, Pete
Home team
Alonso.
down a run. Here in the bottom of the 6th. In for a strike. Went with the sweeper.
3-2.
3-2. The pitch is outside. And ball
Up
4.
next for the National
Here's
League,
Turner now.
the shortstop, Ray Turner.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes.
The right fielder, number
2 away.
13, Ronald
And now it's
Acuna
Ronald Acuna Jr.
Jr.
And a 1-2. He goes down looking. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Helsley.
Now pitching for the National League, number 56, Ryan Helsley.
Well,
Leading
one-run
up
game.
for the
Here's
American
the center
League,
fielder,
the center
Julio
fielder,
Rodriguez.
Julio Rodriguez.
And now
Oh, that's
2-1.
out.
Next offering is fouled back. And it remains 2-2.
Three balls, two
He
strikes.
really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Terang. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one away. Alex Bregman, the next to hit.
Number 2, second baseman, Alex Bregman.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Acuna on the run. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Swings and lines a base hit into left field.
Everything came together perfectly
The right
for him
fielder,
right there.
number 30.
Just a solid swing
Pinch
right
hitting for
there.
the
Caught it out
American
front
leader,
and ripped
number
it into the
27,
outfield for the base
Christine
hit. Those always
Yelich.
feel great.
Bregman runs. Swing and a miss.
One ball, two
Throw to
strikes.
second, and he's out. That misses the zone, and it's 2-2.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Goes down looking.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back in a
American
new
League,
pitcher here to start the bottom of the
Number
seventh.
71.
Josh Hader.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now it's
Leading
Alec
up for
Bohm.
the National League, the third baseman, Alec Bohm.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And a count 1-2. That's down and in. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Brings it in. One up, one down. So up next, Brandon Nimmo. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Well, they call that an advantage
Now
count for a
batting,
reason.
the
You're
center
so
fielder,
much more likely to get
Jackson.
something you can handle. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And that one clips the corner with a single base runner. Because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. That's off the inside corner. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now a screamer into the outfield. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Jonah Bride.
And this is a big at bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Here's a 1-1. Fought off foul. Runner takes off. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
National
back,
League.
and a new arm on the mound to start the
Number
8th.
39.
Edwin Diaz.
Edwin Diaz.
American
Pitching
League
for the
making a move
American
for a
League.
pinch hitter.
Number
Brooks
27,
Baldwin.
Brooks
And this is a big at bat in this ball game. Swinging a foul out of play.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Towards first. Alonso takes it to the bag, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
A well-thrown slider like that one can be
Diaz.
tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. And the slider just misses. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Now
Well, that's a really good take right there,
hitting
and
for
that's
the
just
American
mentally
League.
prepared,
Number
knowing that if it's
27,
not on a tee,
Ryan
you're going to take that pitch because
Jeffers.
you still have 1 more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Squirts away a little bit. The throw to second is offline. Diaz into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Diaz, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big-time benefit. Man at second. Stays alive.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out.
Now
He
batting,
battled
the
for a
catcher,
long time, but it
Edwin.
finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. The next
Ball 3.
offering misses, and that's ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Line drive. That's a hit. Coming home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way
Number
on a
2,
line. You know,
Nico.
hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
That one a little bit high, and that's ball 2. And that's in for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and that'll do it.
Out.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now,
American
new
League.
pitcher on the mound as we roll into
Number
the bottom
59.
of the 8th, Yohan Duran.
Well, the best
Duran.
relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Alejandro Kirk.
They're running out of time in this game, trying to get something started here.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Just missed. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late,
Hitting for the National League.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the National League. Keibert Ruiz. One out, the base is empty for him. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Kobe Mayo looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty.
Mayo.
Next pitch is outside.
Well, you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Missed inside with the curve. Out to center. Rodriguez settles under it and makes the play, and that's out number 3.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
National
back,
League.
and here comes the closer,
Number
Ryan
74.
Walker.
Ryan Walker.
And it's Rafael Devers in the
for
box.
the American League, the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
Number 24.
Thought that was a no-doubter. I think the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 2 away.
The batter, number 2.
2 down,
Second
base is
baseman,
empty.
Alex
Now it's the second baseman,
Bregman.
Alex Bregman. And now 2 balls and a strike. And that's in the
3
dirt.
balls, 1 strike.
That's ball 4. Tried another sinker, but couldn't find the zone.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So now a pinch hitter, Christian Arroyo. A runner on first with 2 gone for him. Swing and a ground ball, and foul ball. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now,
American League.
and on the mound, the closer,
Number
Mason
19.
Miller.
And we all know
Mason
about his slider. It's just
Miller.
filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Dave
Hitting for the
Roberts
National
turning to his
League.
bench for a new
Number
bat.
9.
Xavier Edwards.
Just looking to get on here. Give them something to work with as they try to make a comeback.
And that's way high. 2-1. Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Misses inside. It's 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. And yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Kenny Jansen.
Now batting, third baseman.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now the third baseman, Alec Bohm. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Cut out and missed at 101.
One ball,
And the count 1-2. And that one is inside. 1 strike away. Hard hit down the line and left. Could be extra bases. Around first, digging for 2. The throw into second, and he's there with a double.
Solid double down the line, and that was a pretty decent pitch that he just turned on. Not really out over the plate. It was inside, but he was more than ready to get that bat through the zone. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
And here is Brandon Nimmo.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Well, most of the fans come to watch this All-Star game to see the talent that's just oozing from dugout to dugout. But for the players, it adds to the experience and the memory of being here. Nice job by the American League to win this All-Star game.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
And the American League All-Stars take the 2027 All-Star Game. Let's have a look at the box score. For the American League, you can see the individual stats. That's the team that gave up 4 runs on 8 hits, 4 walks, struck out 9 times. Yeah. Tucker and Brent Rooker hitting home runs. Rushman, Tucker, and Rooker get the RBIs. And for the pitching, you can see the individual stats. It's Scoobo gets the win. Mason Miller gets the save. And for the pitching, they give up 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 walk, and strike out 16. For the NL, if you look at the individual stats. As a team, they gave up 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 walk, struck out 16 times. Contreras, Baum, and Acuna Jr. hit doubles. Contreras and Wood got the RBIs. And for the pitching, Garrett Crochet gets the win. As a team, they gave up 4 runs on 8 hits, 4 walks, and struck out 9. So remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next series as we get back to the regular season as the Jays head out to Pittsburgh for 3 games against the Pirates.